Okay, so now we're going to be graphing an ellipse. And before we do that, let's review our circle. So we know here our radius squared is 4. So that would give us a radius of 2. So our circle will be 2 left, 2 right, 2 up, 2 down, and we get a circle. So if we modify this equation by dividing both sides by 4, we would end up with this. And so you can also think about it this way. If I square root both denominators, I get 2 and 2. So the one underneath the x tells us how far we move in the x. It's 2 units left, 2 units right. And the one beneath the y says the same thing, 2 units up, 2 units down. So you can think about it that way. Tells us the x, tells us the y. So let's try one. So an ellipse is not a circle, obviously. So if I square root that 9, I get 3. So we're saying go 3 units right, 3 units left. And I square root the 4, I get 2, and that's 2 units up, 2 units right. It's a squished circle here. And so what this is our oval. It's our ellipse. And you can see that one axis is bigger than the other. And so we call this our major axis. So we have a major axis of length 6 and a minor axis of length 4. You can see it's 2 up, 2 down, so it's 4. So doubling it will tell us our axes. But that's it. Square root the denominator, it tells you how far to go. So this would also be square root of 9, so 3 left, 3 right. And if I square root the 25, I get 5. So up 5, down 5. And then now you can see my major axis is the y-axis. But that's it. That's how we graph our ellipse. Whatever's the denominator, you square root it, and it'll tell you how far to go up and how far to go down. Now, if you look at this one, it's not in the proper form. So if you notice all of them, they have to equal 1. Because when you divide by that number, you get 1. So here, the number that we have to divide by is 225 to make that a 1. So I will divide this by 225 as well, and this by 225. And then doing a little simplifying, I get x squared over 25 plus y squared over 25 equals 1. And it's not 25, it's 9. So what we're really doing is taking these two and flipping them. And so the denominator is becoming x squared, and you're getting 225 over 9. And you're getting y squared, and you're getting 225 over 25. That's how you want to look at this. And so 225 divided by 9 is 25, and 225 divided by 25 is 9, giving us this new equation. So that is the one we will use to square root. And so for the x, we go 5, 5 left, 5 right. And for the y, we go 3. So 3 up, 3 down, and you make our little oval. That's it. So whatever the number is on the right, you just divide by it. Okay, let's make more to it now. So now we have shifted it. So just like the center of the circle, we have a center for our ellipse. So this is x minus 3 and y plus 4, which means we're going to get a center of 3, negative 4, just like before. So 1, 2, 3, and then down 4. Right there is our center, and I'm going to mark that in green so we know that's our center. And then we do the same thing we did before. So we're going to go 3 units in the x and 2 units in the y. So 3 units from this point would be that side, and then 2 units would be up, down, up 2, down 2, and there you go. So if you have a different center, then you just move it. Okay, so now let's put it all together. So this is how they're going to look. So we want to take that last number, the 144, and divide everything by 144. So this would give us x minus 2 squared. Oops, I forgot the denominator. X minus 2 squared, and if you divide 144 by 9, you get 16. Y plus 3 squared, and if you divide 144 by 16, you get 9, equals 1. And that's the perfect form we want. So our center is now at 2, negative 3, so we graph that. And by square rooting each, we're going to go 4 in the x, so 4 left, 4 right, 3 up, 3 down, and there is our ellipse. Pretty simple, right? Mine looks more like a football than an ellipse, but what we get is what we get. All right, let's try one more. So this one we're going to divide by 900. So to show you what I'm doing on this here, it's 36 over 900. So when you do these, you want to think of it again as a fraction. So it's 900 divided by 36, and that gives you 25. So this would be x plus 1 squared over 25. And we already knew that just by looking at the problem. But some of them, they will give you fractions. As you get to the more advanced problems, they will turn into fractional denominators. So you always want to do it this way. So 900 divided by 25, and we get 36. So like if you had something like 900 divided by 15, you could then get 60, right? And if you did 900 divided by, say, 28, right? You get this. But now if you hit math and fraction and hit enter, it will tell you what your denominator is. So if it was 900 divided by 28, you would put 225 sevenths. But we didn't get that. We got 36. So 36. And then we do our square root. So we're going to go 5 left and right. And our center is at -1, 2. Right there, right? So it's -1, +2. Perfect. And then right 5, left 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then up 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our major axes would be the y-axis here. And so that's it. We have a center of -1, 2. And we are going 5 this way and 6 this way. So our major axes would be along the y-axis, and it'd have a major axis length of 12. All right, so this is the equation of an ellipse. Thank you.